Hey everybody. So this week's question, what's the big deal about the dietary laws? Why does that need to change when Peter has a vision in the story of Acts? This is a fascinating question. A little bit of history. So in the Old Testament times, God has a special relationship with a specific group of people. And as part of that, he calls his people to live life differently from the world around them. That's why he has all those rules and laws, asking them to wear clothes a little bit differently than others, to worship very differently than how the people around them worship. Why he calls them to eat the way that they do. That makes such a big difference in setting them apart in a positive way from the world around them. That's why it was so important that they follow those dietary laws as just as honestly as they did. So, that was meant to be a positive thing in terms of saying what was on your table set you apart. It was also, not coincidentally, a very healthy way to live at the time. That's all great until it has become a negative. Now, what was on the table said who could be at the table. Because you needed to follow those laws, if you weren't clean, if you ate the wrong thing, you were not welcome at the table. And at the time, much like in our day today, eating a meal with someone was impactful. It meant that you were welcome, that you were part of the family. So, by excluding other people because of what they eat, that wasn't what God intended. And so that's why we have this vision. Jesus has come, he's risen, he's sent the Holy Spirit onto the church, and they're trying to figure out how we be this new church, this new calling for God within this world. And as part of that, they're still trying to keep the dietary laws. And so God gives this vision to Peter and says, no, we're done with that. It's not what is at your table, it is who is at your table. And you know who should be at your table? The outcasts, the outsiders, the people who have not felt welcome in this space before. So, if we have been keeping them away, we've got to bring them in. They need to be at this table. And if that means we got to change how we eat, then that's what we're going to do. God sends this vision to Peter. Peter's able to figure that out with some help from others, and it makes a huge impact on the church going forward. It's not about what's at the table, it is who is at the table. If we look around us and see that there are people who feel like they're on the outside, who feel like they're not welcome, who feel like they're not clean, man, we are doing things wrong. We should be reaching out to them perhaps more than anyone else and saying, no, no, here, you are welcome. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.